Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Sunny Bonani. Welcome back. My name is Ayanda Bonisoyende. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my God. I haven't done a sit down in such a long time that I even forgot how awkward it is just speaking to the camera by yourself. Anyway, guys, it's November, it's a new month, it's lovely. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As I've mentioned, the name is Ayanda Bonisoyende, and on my channel, I share all my experiences about being a South African that's currently based in the UK. So if you were just passing by and then you sort of like stumble across my videos, don't go anywhere, stay, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. And then, as you guys could see from the title, hey bo, guys, I've been so busy. It's busy season, like inhleli la busy season, yazini. Right, inhleli lana. It's just been work. So I haven't really had time to have a sit down and do one of my videos and stuff like that. So I thought, what yazini, I think vlog, because I've been doing a lot of vlogs because weekends I have plans and it's easy to edit a vlog than to edit one of these videos because guys, you need to retake and sit down. You don't like it. You don't like how you sound. You don't like da. But with the vlog, it's interactive and stuff like that. You just put everything together and you upload. But anyway, we're back at it. It's another exciting topic. I wanted to do this topic before the end of the year. So I was like, yes, I'm just going to commit and do this topic because I get asked a lot about the cost of living in London, the cost of living in Birmingham. How is it different from South Africa and stuff like that? And I'm not really going to go down into like the figures and stuff like that, but I'm literally just going to highlight in terms of just my spendings, so that you need to understand with imali yami, ERP and stuff like that, and things you need to take into consideration on, when you move abroad. These are the things that you're gonna have to pay for. These are the things that are gonna be coming out of your salary, or understand. So that's about it basically on this video that I'm just gonna be covering is the cost of living in the UK. Currently I'm based in Birmingham, so I wouldn't say the whole of UK, but isn't this ningy? I would have to say that it's literally based on location. A lot of things are based on location where you are in the UK, so this is all just a disclaimer, guys. This is about my experience. I'm going to be talking about my experience, my expenses. It doesn't mean some people have it, but these are just things I think people need to know and consider when they're about to move abroad, because I don't know if any of you guys know, but before I left South Africa, I was still staying at home. So I understand when I was still in South Africa, I wasn't paying rents because I was still staying at home. I wasn't paying some of these things. Guys, like, it's a lot. So for someone that's thinking about moving abroad, moving to a new country, and also there's certain things you need to take into consideration that are now going to be coming out of your salary, because babes, adulting is not for the weak. So sila. Anyway, the first thing on my list that I've got about the cost of living is definitely accommodation, aka rent. So that is, I think anybody that's living abroad would know this, is that obviously you need accommodation, and our biggest expense has to be rent. But this as well is based on location. Everybody knows, guys, London is expensive. London is expensive. And I think that's why when the opportunity for me, because we're still working from home, and they were like, you don't have to be in London. I was like, Jonga, babes, I'm out. So like I could save a few coins, save a few pounds while I'm at it. So currently I am paying £475 every month. I don't think it's even possible, unless you are a student and it's a situation, you're a single bed and what. I don't even think I'll be able, for the current setting that I have right now, which is a shared house, and there's only two of us, and it's like a massive house. It has a backyard and everything else. That price is actually great, but this is Birmingham. So currently I'm paying £475 on my rent, excluding bills, electricity, council tax, water, gas, Yay. That is very important when looking for a place to stay, is that you need to take into consideration with what does it include. Because I didn't know about council tax until I was like, council tax. So basically, council tax is the money you pay to your local council for things like your, I think they said libraries, your recycling, garbage, and all of that stuff, and roads and infrastructure that the council takes care of. So you need to make sure when you're signing your lease that you need to read if does it include those things, because most of the time some of the things it doesn't include. They'll be like, no, this is just for rent. You still need to pop up money for gas, electricity, water, council tax. Yo, guys, it's a lot. So you need to make sure. So me, I was lucky. Like I said, currently, this is a bargain that I got. I'm like, God, this is amazing, for the fact that I'm paying, the amount that I'm paying, it includes bills, So I think most importantly, that's a big chunk that people pay into that, depending what you want, where you stay. But yeah, a lot of rent prices are really depend on where you are. Like I've mentioned, I'm in Birmingham. I'm outside of London, so that's why the price is a bit lower. But when I go back to London, darling, I already know, I've already budgeted, I'm already mentally preparing myself when I go back to London. I'm going to have to be paying a much higher rent than I am right now. But it is what it is, because we all know that London is expensive. London is sort of like Joburg, the further away you move from Joburg, things are less cheaper. But if you are like in central Joburg, a lot of things are very expensive. I mean, Boma Sentin, Boma what. Rent is expensive, Bramfontein and all of that situation, because you are like in central Johannesburg. So that's why even within London, being the main city that people live into or work at, it's quite steep. So I think people need to be aware of that, as well as, apartments, the further you are from central London, the less expensive it becomes. So the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 1, abomakapatiya labo abantu abane the yadura zone 1 angirhaleli nokuyirhalela, because I don't have money. I don't have that money to be splashing on rent. I can't, darling. But anyway, yeah, so accommodation rent, I think that is something that literally stresses everybody out, is where are you based? Do you want to be close to the office? You don't want to be close to the office. That includes bills, does not include bills. So definitely that's something that you need to take into consideration, is rent. The second thing that I have would be transport. Well, for someone like myself who moved during lockdown, I don't have any transport cost. I haven't had any transport cost in over a year, because we're working from home. But I do know that with offices opening and stuff like that, there's tubes, there's buses, there's bicycles if you want to cycle to work. And yeah, apparently you can get like a monthly card, which is less. So you can get like a monthly pass that you can literally put money on an Oyster card, and that's what you can use for your transportation. So yeah, I have literally nothing to say on that for now, but I know that that's definitely a cost that you need to take into consideration, especially if maybe you are outside of London and you work in London. So you need to take that into consideration with how much you're going to be spending on your transport on a monthly basis, because you're going to need to be traveling into the office. But currently we are doing hybrid working, so I don't have to be at the office every day, which is amazing news, right? So yeah, definitely transport is definitely one of the costs that people need to know and factor into the monthly budget, is how much are you spending on your transport. Currently I don't have any. The only transport cost I have is like Uber, and that's for me during weekend, moving around, going to whatever in the city. But I don't have any monthly transport costs, because we're still working from home. So yeah, don't forget that. And then the third thing that I have on my list would be, most important thing, we need to survive, food, groceries. So groceries, this one is actually like, I feel like food is not that expensive here, but I do feel like African food is expensive. But I feel like here it's not that expensive, because there's literally low cost shops that you can shop. So if you're like me and you didn't know, I didn't even know what even in South Africa, you've got your ShopRite, you've got your kunani, the ShopRite, gune Boxer, gune Pick and Pay. There's your low cost shops that you can literally buy your groceries at that are less expensive. And then kunabo mawulwethu ke yabo izinto zegame abo kapatia where you know you pay a certain amount for certain foods. So it's the same case here, is that there's shops where literally you can buy at a very low cost. So your Aldi, your Asda, there's Aldi, there's Asda, there's Lidl, there's Boma Sainsbury and stuff like that. And then again, konabo M&S, konabo abo Waitrose, those are a bit steep. You know, we are getting up here, you can literally come up with just 2 items for like £20. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I think currently I spend like, depending really on what's happening with me, but if I stick to my budget, I spend like maybe plus minus £25 a week. So I think you guys would have noticed on my other video when I say here, you need to buy food on a weekly basis because it expires very quickly. So I do literally a grocery run every week and I spend like plus minus £25 to like £30. So that would probably total like my monthly budget would be like £120 for my groceries. We've got an Aldi close by, so I do most of my groceries in Aldi, and if the specific things that I want from Waitrose, then I'll go to Waitrose as well. But yeah, that's about it on groceries. It really depends on where you shop, so you need to factor that in as well, as where turns into is the Woolworths vibes, then you would be shopping at M&S or Waitrose, which is a bit steep. You are guys, shop shame ayadura. And then once in a while as well, I think under groceries, I forgot to mention takeaways. So takeaways are actually expensive, and that's just, even in South Africa, guys, we all know takeaways are expensive because, for example, I love Nando's. So if I would get a Nando's, on my Nando's order, I would spend around £23. That's equivalent to what I would spend on just groceries on a week, and I spend that for one meal, which is like, I understand. So you need to do your pros and cons. So takeaways should be a treat so that you don't over exceed your budget. Otherwise, babes, broke. Anyway, the next thing on my list is that I spend money on would be data. So yes, I've got Wi-Fi at home. I've got, most places, even buses have Wi-Fi. But because we're still working from home, I don't really use that much data. But I've got a data contract with EE, and I literally spend £20 every month on that. It's unlimited data wherever you go and stuff like that. It's just for me when I'm outside. I still need to be connected to the world because I'm a gal on that Snapchat and that Instagram. So I need to be connected. So I spend £20. I know in South Africa, it's literally going to be massive, because data is expensive in South Africa. But here, that's it. I spend £20 on unlimited data every month. That's it. In South Africa, nyazi uzo recharge, because iya dura data is South, and that's on period. So yeah, so data, that is another thing that I spend on, but that's just literally £20 every month, and I'm done. And then, thank God, we're still working from home. So I'm always home during the week. Basically, I have Wi-Fi at home. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wi-Fi is also included as part of our rent contract, you know. So as part of our utilities and bills, Wi-Fi is included there. So make sure Wi-Fi included when you do your whole billing thing in situation. Because I know there's people who pay that separately, because it's a luxury to have but I feel like, yeah, Wi-Fi here is pretty much very affordable and stuff. Anyways, the next thing that I spent on would be entertainment. So entertainment is also something that I do spend on. So we are talking just going out, events, concerts and stuff like that. So for like a basic, I wouldn't say basic, but you know, like I'm a piano branch and situations and most of the tickets wouldn't be more than £20. Most of the tickets, they are around. But also, if you get the early bird tickets, which I like, early bird ticket is way less cheaper. So you need to make sure and stuff like that. And then there's like, I know, for example, this month Black Coffee is going to be London. I think the ticket is plus minus £70, or I think it might have gone up to like 90 now, because this event is like this month. So it really depends. So I like concerts. So if you like me, you're a social person, I like events, I like going out, I like concerts and stuff like that. So I need to factor that into my budget. So that's my entertainment budget, to say, okay, this month or next month, what are we doing? And then restaurants, for a good meal, depending as well which restaurant. So Gunaboma Ivy and what. These are the fancy restaurants, where like for a 3-course meal basically costs you like £50 or like 35, or whatever the case may be. They differ, so you just need to do your budget. I think we all have entertainment in our budget. It's very essential to have that, because as much as we work hard, babes, we need to play, relax, unwind, and actually enjoy life. So for me, entertainment is very important. So that's definitely something as well that you need to factor in, is for my entertainment this month or next month, what am I doing? And then make sure you've bought those tickets. So that's definitely where some of my money goes into, is entertainment, child. Because, babes, uyayithanda ukuphuma and be out and about. And then the next thing that would be in my budget I think it would have to be like shopping. I'm a girl, stand-up shopper, but I don't literally shop every month. But like for now, I think now I'm like, it's getting cold, and I just noticed I don't have a lot of coats, so I'm gonna get coats, and they might be a bit expensive because it's getting cold now, so I might be too late. I won't actually get, I should have bought them in summer actually, but it's fine. So shopping, I mean, for clothes, perfumes, sneakers, and all of that things. So that's something as well that you need to factor in, and be like, okay, how much am I spending on my shopping? And I don't really have the exact figures. For me, it's about, I just shop based on my plans. For example, the girl is going to South Africa in December, so I'm planning, end of the month, I'm planning to get stuff for my South African vacation, staycation, what, going home situation. So I don't have summer clothes. Do you understand? I don't have summer clothes. The ones that I had, and I feel like people have seen me wear them. So I'm gonna get new clothes for when I go to South Africa. So Jonga, ngilapha kushin, pretty little things, misguided, ASOS, it's me. And fams. So that for me that's how I shop. I shop based on my plans. I don't know how other people shop. Another thing is I shop on, like, for example, if I know I'm going to a certain place or a certain event, and I'm like, I need a cute outfit for that, then I'll get an outfit. But clothes, like, I'm not a monthly shopper when it comes to clothes. Not at all. It literally depends on my plans and if I feel a need. For now, I know I want jackets. I need like nice coats, nice fur coats. Winter is coming. From my cute, get my winter swag on. So I know I'm gonna be getting some coats in the next month or so. And I'm also be getting some clothes because I'm going home. So from my cute, and I think the other thing that also, I'm just gonna call them other, which is things like my skincare. What else falls under other? A lot of things, my skincare, makeup, izinto as well. I mean, if you're a girl, toiletries as well, unless you add that as part of your groceries, So I've listed mine under other because it's just other. So as you know, it takes time to look like this, guys. It takes time and money, and makeup is expensive, and you need your skin to be glowing, so you've got your skin products that you need, and you've got toiletries. Girls have a lot of toiletries, guys. If you see my toiletries and my skincare things, it's a lot. So I don't really spend a lot. I don't buy it on a monthly basis because they would like, I mean, it's like bottles and stuff. It's like, you know, face wash and things that I won't finish on a monthly basis. But maybe I think every after 3 months or every after a second month, I'll have to buy. So I use Ordinary and Uracin on my skin, and then makeup, Estee Lauder, and then yeah, Lalela. Me, I'm one of those keep it low. So I literally buy at the drugstore for all my other makeup. So for things like brushes and Boma concealer and stuff, I buy at the drugstore because that's more cheaper, you know, and more affordable. So yeah, that would be the other category. That's where I spend some of my money as well. And then the last thing would be subscriptions. A lot of people don't put this down as part of their cost because we think, ah man. But when you kind of like add everything up together, guys, it Netflix, Spotify, Showmax, yay, it's sort of like it adds up, right? So yeah, I think for subscription, if you're like me, I spend zero on subscriptions. Oh no, I'm lying. I spend £7.50 on a Plex subscription. But that's it. And that's where I watch some of my South African content stuff on Plex. So I spend £7.50 on Plex. Netflix, Showmax, what? Listen, guys, I've got amazing friends who love me, who are like, babes, Lalela. Here's the password. So yeah, I've got friends, so I actually don't pay for those things. I don't even have an account for a Netflix account because my friends love me very much. But apart from Plex, I do pay like Apple Music, I do pay for iCloud, and what else? Oh yeah, you guys, I'm on my Lightroom. So these are like the apps I use to edit my pictures for my Instagram, which you should follow, by the way. Follow me on Instagram at @I_Yende. So yeah, I'm on my Lightroom. You need to pay for those apps, and I also have apps that I use to edit my YouTube videos because, as you guys know, I'm still using my phone for my YouTube. So you still need to pay. I pay some Abuma Cut Pro and things like that I use to edit my videos. And yeah, so you need to factor all of that. So pretty much on a monthly basis, when I tally everything up, this is like literally, it varies every month. I would have to say I don't know if I must say on a good or on a bad month, but like on a good month, I spend roughly around, I don't know if I must include shopping, because shopping for me is not like a thing that I do on a monthly basis. Okay, let's say I shopped on a monthly basis. I think I would spend around plus minus £750. So that's including like rent, which is like £470, and then the little other things as well. So 750 to 800. 750 to like, let's put it a solid £800. That's literally how much, like, when my salary comes in, those are like some of the costs, and then I'm left with whatever is left. And yeah, babes, I mean, Sizotini. But with good budgeting and just sticking to your budget and being strict on yourself and be like, this is not on my budget this month, I'm not going to do it. I feel like I could even be able to reduce that as well. I think, yeah, man, Uncle Bad, it's actually not bad. I feel like it's not bad. I am expecting it to go up once I move back to London because London is expensive. So my rent is going to be higher. Even the entertainment in London is like, Jonga, Slappy O2. Since I'm on what? So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for cost of living. Those are some of the things that I feel like people need to take into consideration. Is your rent, your utilities, transport, groceries, data, shopping, and whatever, subscriptions, which I think it might be less for guys because guys don't really use cosmetics. Guys don't really skincare. What? We go through a lot as females, you know. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys and just break it to guys. Mali because I've got bills to pay, and jonga babes, the cost of living is high. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in onto this video. I hope you guys loved it and enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, I was not gonna literally go down into the specifics. It's just high level. Some of the things that you need to consider when you're moving abroad is that you're going to be liable for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as I've mentioned, this is my personal experience as a South African that's based in the UK, Birmingham specifically at the moment. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video. Bye.